Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we want to talk about if conditional. If conditional is one of the most important things you need to learn and you need to master when it comes to Python, and in general in programming you need to also know what the conditionals and how it works. Today we'll create small simple calculator. This calculator is simply addition of two numbers, so I hope that you guys will enjoy. If you are new to the channel, I humbly ask you to subscribe the channel and to open the ring bell, because we will be creating a very interesting things about the technology when it comes to coding Python. We also focus on more on the cybersecurity, so if you are interested in those things, I really ask you to subscribe the channel. Without further ado, let's go. Okay, let's say num1. We'll create a variable which is called num1. Let's say num1 equals to let's say input, and then we'll ask enter your first number. Okay, this one, the input function is very important. I hope that you understand that input is just it just asks you to enter the first number. So let's go to the operator and let's say op, okay, equals to, and then we say input, and then we say the input enter your operator. Operator is just like operator, it's just like plus, minus, multiplication and division. Okay, and then what you say is num2 equals to, let's say input, and then what we'll do is we'll ask to enter the second number. Okay, let's use the okay. Okay, now what we have created is we have created the first number. In this code, this variable, it will ask you to input the first number, and then it will ask you to enter the operator, and then it will ask you to enter the second number, so that it gives you the result of these two numbers. What you do if you did multiplication, if you did division, if you did subtraction, any kind of operation that you have done, it will give you. So we'll use an if conditional to make a small calculator. I hope that it will help you to understand how if works. Okay, let's say let's create now if let's say op, which is the operator, equals. This will see if the operator is like, it will just what you do is what this equals does, it will compare to the operator and how it functions. Okay, let's say if operator is let's say plus, and then what we'll do is it will let's say semicolon. This semicolon is gives you an indentation, and when it's indentation, it's really important. The reason I say it's really important is because this semicolon will give you an indentation, and it will say all the operations all the actions that will be taking, it will be only on this line. It will the code will only read this line. It will not give you an it will not ask it will not go to other lines or the command line. It will be just stick on what actions is supposed to be taking after the indentation. Okay, let's go that, and then let's say print. What you print is, let's say print float. The reason I say float is because just in case that the first number or the second number is let's say a decimal, let's say 2.5, 2.8, 88.5, 99.8, 100.5555, whatever Otherwise the system will throw an error if you just put if you don't just put a float and you just say an integer or something something like that. So the reason we use float is that. So let's say num1, okay, plus, let's say plus, and then we say float. The float will be like num2. Okay, so what this thing will do, we will test it by ourselves before we continue to other functions. Let's try this plus function, the addition function, if it runs well. Let's run, and then let's run main because we are in the main file. Let's say 3, and then it asks you the operator, and it says plus, and let's do let's say 4. So it's supposed to be 7, so it will give you 7.0 because it's a decimal. What if we give for example what they call a decimal number? Let's say 55.55 plus 44.44. it will give you, oh sorry, this one will throw an error because it will not give you an error. Actually, it will just give you a blank, and that's what we also will talk about at the end of the lesson. But let's say let's run main. Let's say 55.55 plus 44.44, and then it will give you 99.99. So good. Let's again continue our typing the conditionals. Let's say elif op equals let's say minus, and now what we ask is actually to make this the story longer. Let's copy this one because it's just the same thing, and when it comes to Python, even the coding, you need to also copy some of the things that you have already done to make to save your time and to save your energy of typing. Okay, and then let's go to another elif is just like, what else if this does not happen, do this. Okay, let's say op equals let's say asterisk. Okay, asterisk means multiplication, and then we do is this semicolon would give us the indentation, and then at the end at this function we say do a multiplication. Okay, what about if we say elif again, because we want to also make the division? Let's say equals let's say division. This slash, it gives you the division of the two numbers. Okay, and then let's say print the float. I hope that you understand the why we have written already float there, and then hit enter. So what we do is we have a full calculator, a full simple calculator now that can add, divide, subtract and multiply these two numbers using this small if condition. So let's run and try see if this thing is working. Now let's say 66.6, let's say divided by 33.2 or 0.1 or 0.2 or whatever number you've chosen. This is just a random number I'm choosing. It's not something that you can also choose your own number. Let's say it's like 2.000000, and this is the result. What if we try to see if multiplication is also working? Let's say 9 times, okay, 9 times 9.5 or 9.8 or 9.7 or 9 or whatever number you choose. That's 88.2. Let's see. Let's try to give an error things. Let's say like random number like this. it will not print anything because it does not give you it. I mean, it does not recognize any kind of value that you have that you have entered. It does not know, because the first number is supposed to be a float number. The second is function is supposed to be the operator, which you have entered a wrong thing. The second number you have put in the wrong, because it's supposed to be a float. So what we do is we can say if the user enters something like this which is wrong, what will the code do? Let's work on something that's a little bit smarter than a blank space or a blank place where the system is taking. So let's print, let's say if else means if all these conditions is not met. Why don't you print something that is that will give the user, that will give the person who is entering this wrong thing a message that says error, please, okay, let's get error comma, please try again. Okay, so let's try that. If that's working, let's run main, let's say 99, let's say plus plus, okay, because plus plus the system does not know. Or let's say even something that's 88. We say error, please try again, because the system does not recognize this plus plus. It only knows, we have only taught the system, it only accepts plus. It does not accept plus plus, or it does not accept triple plus, or any other kind of thing. So that's, I think, I hope this thing is very beneficial for you, and you have learned something new in this if condition. We have created a small calculator, but we have created in a small number of codes. You can see that we have used a very small number of codes, and it's very simple to create. We will also learn in the next lessons, we will learn how to create a fully functional, because this is just number 1 and number 2. So what if we want to add number 1, number 2, number 10, number 9, number 11? I mean, so many numbers we need to add, multiply, and all this. We will learn in the next lessons. But I hope this is a very basic if condition, and I hope that you guys have enjoyed the lesson. And in the meantime, I ask you to subscribe at the channel and like this video. If you have learned something new, you can also share with your friends. Thank you very much, and have a good one.